Vroom, vroom.
Right, you might think that we've been slacking, but we haven't been slacking. It's just been busy, 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 doing things, and you will see that what we've been doing, obviously. We went to Donington with the 3-litre Capri. Now, the story with this car is that it's a car that I raced 50 years ago, and I was sponsored by Century Oils. So my son has rebuilt the car completely, and there's a lot better rules now. You can tweak them up a lot more. In fact, it gives 100 horsepower more than what I had when I raced it. But anyway, that is the story. We took it to Donington testing for the very first time. I never got a go in it. It blew a cord plug out and just went wrong, basically. So we've now took the engine out. The cord plugs will never blow out again. So that's the story. But we're going to race it, hopefully, this Sunday at Donington. So Susie will come and make a film. I might get a go in it, I might not get a go in it, because my licence has not actually come from the RAC yet, so we'll see what happens. But that's the story behind that. But anyway, this video is about Timothy has a French day. So on the French day, there's this lovely bloke who's got this Type 35 that we obviously helped him to do 20 odd years ago, which, to be honest, I couldn't even remember. But he drives it and drives it, which is quite a thing, really. I mean, he's driven it, he goes up to Scotland in it and things like that. You'll see it. It's all covered in dirt and everything. He really uses it, and I thought it was worth making a video. So that is him. And his wife, she hasn't even got a windscreen. But anyway, that's not really there. So that was that. So then we go off to Bicester. My niece came over from Canada, and I haven't seen her for donkey's years. And she's 7 years younger than me. So we thought, well, we'd go off to Bicester. And we took her in the Donny ZL, which is 100 years old this year. So it was quite an experience for her. And we went round Bicester and we looked at the various cars, including the Golden Keyboards, of which I had 2 at one stage. So that was that. The next thing that happens is we're driving to go up to...
No tractors. On the way back from Bicester.
On the way back from Bicester, we went to the pub for lunch. We drive in, and there's a bloody million tractors there. So anyway, so Susie said, oh, well, you ought to take some pictures of these. So she did. So if you're a tractor lover, you're going to get a little treat now, because there was, I thought there was 1 or 2, but obviously the car park went back a lot further than I realised. So then we go off to see Susie's mum and go on a Ribble Valley Bentley drivers rally, organised by an old friend of Susie's family who knew her dad very well, lovely bloke, organised the rally. So anyway, we went up there and Susie drove the car, and Mum sat in the front with her and I sat in the back like the royal wave now and again. So that was very, very good, absolutely beautiful. Susie was the only lady driver, and I'll tell you what, slinging that bloody old Bentley around them little lanes, I'm actually glad she was driving and I wasn't. But anyway, so there we are. So we haven't been sitting about, but I must say, it's been full on. So the next thing will be a nice video, hopefully on Sunday, when the car goes successfully.
And what did we see on the way going up north to the Ribble Valley? What did we see by mistake 5 miles from home?
No idea.
Come on. Very, very old cars. Veteran cars.
Oh, the veteran cars.
No,
Didn't I mention that?
No.
Right. So then, Susie's coming from her house to my house to get in the car to go up to see her mum and do the Bentley meeting. And what did she pass? 5 or 10 veteran cars. So when she arrived, she said, oh, I see all these veteran cars. I think they're at the hotel up the road. I said, oh, well, we've got to go and see them. because old Rodney the Little might be there, and the lady that I bought the red Mini from, I knew that she's a veteran car person, so she could be there. And you'll see in the video, we actually meet her. She said, I don't want to see it. I remember that old car and I learned to drive and all that stuff. You'll see all that. So that was it. And Rodney the Little putting his veteran car in his horse box with the ramps, which will make you all laugh, because we were laughing. Talk about bows and arrows. They were bowing so much. It was so funny, but he's such a good bloke. You can't, you know, we had to sort of see him and have a chat. But there we are. That is why. And don't forget to subscribe. And Tally-Ho is in the water. A lot of you will know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. The rebuilding of Tally-Ho.
And it does, it goes well.
But has it got water in York?
Not now, as of yesterday. That's why I was telling you about, you've got to do a knowledge, one of your boring cult videos on Henkel flange sealants.
Do you know, I can't wait to take that video.
No, is the mixture of the oil and water at the bottom of the can box and remedies for it, I think.
Oh yeah, well you've got to take it off, get yourself a nice surface table, put some 180 on it, and rub it up and down, because you don't want to machine it, because it takes too much off.
Now, and in your experience, do you find the bottom of the plates, do they ever go? Is it just on the top? Because the tops, of course, really easy to get to, but the bottom's a nightmare because it blocks off.
What they call it is electrolysis.
Yeah, exactly, between the iron blocks.
The plates on her car were like that. They come from underneath, it wasn't from the top.
Yeah.
Looks a good old car though, doesn't it?
Oh, it is. No, it goes well.
Bloody
it goes well. You know, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Where have you driven it from?
Today, we've only just come up from North Oxford. But this thing, our son's in the Scottish borders.
Okay.
So if you leave at 4 in the morning, you can get to junction 32 and be ahead of all the rubbish, and then get on the A6 and get up into the Scottish borders.
That is a used, supercharged Bugatti.
Wow.
And it's bloody good, isn't it? Look at it all, it's lovely.
That's it, yeah. In here.
Right.
And how long have you had it?
About 22 years, and
Wow.
it's Tim and Ivan that sort of saw me through all this, particularly with Ivan when we had to sort its inspection in France out with the Fédération Française Vehicle Epoque, and Ivan's know-how sorted the engine out for that.
Can't remember even doing it.
No. French number plate in there.
Right, you've got to walk round the car, Ducky, and look at that front, and you know, because you never see cars like this used like this.
Yeah. Wow.
Keep going, keep going.
That's good A6, M6 rubbish on it.
Look at that.
A French number plate.
It doesn't get much better than having French registration.
No, it's lovely. No, that's what you call a used Bugatti, that is. But you see, the man is saying how he took the cam box off. If you're going to have a Grand Prix Bugatti, you've got to be capable of taking
you've got to be able to just do it. Yeah.
When you know, you have to take it to have it done all the time. No. It must be bloody difficult.
Well, I was up and down here about 20 years ago when we were putting this together, like a yo-yo, and I felt I was an apprentice here.
Yeah.
Still remember as Laura would come out at 3 o'clock, tee up with a great big teapot. Yeah. So much so I've got my own now. Yeah. And when I have the opportunity, I shout tee up as well.
Yeah, I tell you, tea break. At one stage in my life, I thought that's wasted a lot of time, and I thought we'd try not to have tea breaks. You know, or just let the blokes have a cup of tea when they feel like it.
Okay.
But I reckon sitting down and having a cup of tea, 9 out of 10 times you're talking about the job.
Of course you are. And then you're sharing that experience.
Yeah.
It's a form of training. Yeah, I know there isn't.
Right, look at that.
Waterproof. Look at that. It's a French day, so I put a French seat cover on for my wife. Okay, that's fine. Look at that.
At least you're lovely and small to get in there, though.
Oh yeah, well that's it. I need my ballet shoes to drive it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder.
Can't drive it in the English brogues.
Well, I hope it don't rain on you.
No, I hope
it probably will.
Oh, I sold it to John first.
Oh, okay.
John Champ had it, and I swapped my place in France for it.
Okay.
And then I bought it back and rebuilt it, and then these people built it.
Okay. What's this little blue car?
Oh, that's a Lager Towel. That's a very good car. Very important car. Bloke races that a lot, he's raced it a lot.
Good. Oh, it's got 2 doors on the back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's only so that they can put the spare wheel there, really.
Oh, okay, that's why there's no driver's door. Then, are you going to sing?
See? Well, the taxman's taken all my dough. On its birthday year, 100 years old this year.
Lovely wooden wheels. Ivan's niece. Again.
I say, I bought one of these for an old, it was Irish, he was the man, and he said he never wore it unless he had his best suit on.
He never drove it.
He never drove it, you know, and he used to go to, you know, like shopping once a week. Anyway, it had done 12,000 miles and it still had all its original tyres and the spare wheel had never been on.
Wow.
And I had it for 15 years. And in the end I thought, well, you know, there's no point in having it really because you couldn't drive it. And I sold it for 7,000 quid and I gave 1,500 quid for it, so it was a good investment really. But it was a good car. But it's a very important car because the engine in this car they used in the Formula Junior cars.
Yeah.
And unless you had a Ford engine, you stood no
It's a
chance.
Lotus.
Well, yeah, because obviously it's not, but...
Oh, it's got a Lotus badge.
Golden Keeper, I bought 2 of these once years ago at Bewley. I think it was Bewley where I bought them. Anyway, I bought 2 at auction. And because it made me get interested in them, and because I wondered about the tortoise, and apparently what happened was, when they built the first one, they were having like a press release and one thing and another. And I don't know where it was, but it was obviously somewhere where there was undergrowth. And the tortoise walked out of the undergrowth and walked across in front of it when all the people were standing there. And they decided that that's why they'd use a tortoise, and that's the story.
Is that right?
But the other story about this car, which is a typical British load of rubbish, the man who built them...
But you don't get many tortoises in Britain.
No, well, that is a story. But anyway, the man who built these cars, he built one, and he wanted to have a good thing with Fords. So he took it to America, and one of the directors of Ford's, no, Chevrolet, sorry, because I don't think it's a Chevrolet. And the man from Chevrolet got in the car, drove it round, and said, oh yeah, wonderful. He said, I think we'll order 100 of those. Came back to England and said, look, Ford's have said they want, no, Chevrolet have said they want 100. He said, what are you going to do? He said, oh, we'll put one in our showroom all over America, be a bit of interest, blah, blah, blah. He went to the bank and said, right, I've got this order, and they wouldn't lend him any money.
Oh.
And he never, ever completed the order. But he did make 100, but they got sold in England, you know.
Really?
But I mean, what, it's typical, isn't it? You know, what an opportunity lost.
There's 2 here. Look, there's another one.
Mine's got the cedar metal in all the way through. Like the Ribble Valley.
Are you posing? You had a good morning, Ivan?
Absolutely, a knockout. Now the sun's really come out, we're going.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, crowd. Oh, it's a tractor convention.
here we are, Donington. I can remember when this wasn't tarmacked. It was just, you know, and when the wind blew, it was like being in the desert. Now it's all fabulous. Look at that. We could have a race meeting in the car park, can't we?
Sounds good.
Gold wheels.
Gold wheels.
Gold
better
wheels.
than Minis.
That'll please John and some of our followers. Mind you, we might be able to get them painted blue before the end of the year, when it becomes a thing to do.
You're going to need a booster seat on there, Ivan.
Oh, we're ready.
Not many creature comforts, are there?
No, no heater. Sounds all right.
Are you having a little kip?
It's nice to have a rest for a change.
How did it feel?
Lovely.
Yeah?
Really good. Feels like it's got a load of grip.
It's amazing. We saw you this morning driving out in the rain.
This lady is on a veteran car run, and I knew she was a veteran car enthusiast, and I bought the 1959 red, now Speed Mini from.
Wow.
And she's not, quite upset because it was a car she learned to drive on, and it all looks like brand new, and she said, I don't really want to see it. But anyway, here she is.
Hello, do you mind being on the camera? On Ivan's YouTube. I thought you were going to drive that in then. I was going to be really impressed. I'll tell you what, that's good, isn't it?
Black and marvellous, isn't it? And the horse box.
How many horsepower do you think?
Oh, it's not a lot. It's an American car with a Dion engine.
Okay.
So it's got a French engine, but it's a sporty engine, apparently, if there is such a thing.
Tube went.
Bang!
Bang, they do, they really go. Yeah, it's high pressure. They
1913.
Yeah.
Bought brand new.
Yeah,
By the family.
yeah, that's it.
I'll have to have a bit of Ivan sitting in the back.
Sitting in the back seat, kissing and a cuddling with Fred.
Fred.
That shows our age, doesn't it?
Right, we've parked here.
There you go, there you go.
End of April and it's freezing.
In front of the lovely fire.
And how many ladies have you got?
2. And I've been training them well. I mean, I'll tell you, they've found a way here beautifully.
What do you think, Ivan?
That's pretty good.